you see me?
Yes, indeed. What's up, boy?
Good and you. What's happening?
Long time, long time. Good, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Sorry, I'm at my house, so not at the studio. So I'm chilling on my couch.
No worries. Perfect, bro. Perfect. Um, look, we don't have to do a long one, but I actually want to go through. Well, first of all, the how was um, how was the weekend? Before we get into the other shit, how was the weekend with the show and everything?
Oh fuck, dude. That was actually so nice, dude. And that's what I really think IBFA makes different to the other federations. Is just their just their input, dude. Like they included me so much, dude. They made me like I was like VIP in there. So which was great. And Alan and everybody is really they're good people, and the show was good. I believe there was some good quality athletes as well. The guy that won, I think his Instagram name is Benji Boy. What a G, and he looked phenomenal, dude. Like we go up on stage, like he looked very, very good.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's good. They are good people. They are very good
So
people.
that was quite an experience. That was very nice. And then Sunday, Sunday was fucked, dude. I slept the whole day. This prep is kicking in. We drop carbs quite a bit, so I'm like a zombie. I haven't been the nicest person. And then Monday, I blew up on social media.
Yeah, let's get into that. We can talk about that. But first of all, what's happening with prep?
Yeah,
How many weeks are you out now?
10 weeks out.
Okay.
10 weeks out. So the 28th of October. And yeah, dude, I'm in my best shape ever, dude, which is crazy. And I say to you now, the other day when you met, like I feel like everything like happens for a reason, and the whole chase thing was actually getting me back in the groove. Like I'm not complaining. Like it's hard. Like this shit is difficult, but I want to be in top condition, dude. So I posted a reel on what my currently look like, and yeah, 2.5 months out, dude, I'm pretty much nailing it.
That's awesome, bro. That's good. That's fantastic to hear. And what was the big changes that you made with regards to carbs and stuff? If you're still so far out.
I think Matt and I has we didn't have some time. We didn't have time to work like dialing into a prep then last year. So meaning what I mean by that is we actually I came to him at 16 weeks out. I was looking fucking terrible, but he actually had time. So the thing is why I prefer doing a longer prep is you actually scale down slowly and surely rather to force, which is one thing. And fortunately, I am a hyper responder. I'm very, very, very fortunate for that. I put in the work, so it's either I'm a hyper responder or I just fucking work really hard. Like it's my body has changes that is in 8 weeks that I have flabbergasted with. I'm in my best shape ever. So that's for sure. So I think the biggest change we made was just actually having time together to dial into a show, accurately and like adjust small minor change and actually putting the hammer down and not afraid to work. So his knowledge and his experience and his just general like input into prep is phenomenal, dude. So I'm very, very fortunate to be with him. And yeah, that's it. So not a lot of changes, dude. Like actually like little. Like i'm not even I'm not even touching the amount of gear that I'm supposed to or like that I used to. I'm not eating fish and broccoli. Like I'm eating like tune up quiches that Angie makes me, and like what do I had today? Like bread. So it's nice, and it's working.
That's fucking nice. Okay, very cool. Very cool. So you you know kind of who you up against? Not that it matters. I know we spoke about this before, but do you know who
Uh,
else is doing the
I
show
think
or in your lineup?
I think Barry is competing. So is my first lineup will be super heavy. So last year I was heavyweight. This year I'll definitely make super heavies. Well, we hope so. That's the aim. We want to be, the biggest we can be. So I don't know, dude. I think Barry is competing, and that's pretty much all. I think a lot of people are doing the Pro Q, which is coming up now.
Yeah.
And, so there'll be a lot of indicator. And I mean, why do a Pro Q and then go regional? So I don't know. The thing is also that there's a regional the 1st of this December, and then a Pro Q the 3rd of December in Cape Town. So, I don't know, dude. To be honest with you, I've gotten to a stage where, like you said, we spoke about this earlier, or before. I don't really look who I'm up against. I need to beat the Chris of last year. So Chris that competed last year, I want to shame that motherfucker. Like,
100%, yeah.
if you and I'm the type of athlete, and fortunately I have the coach that if we do not look better than last year, I won't step on stage, because I feel that is a detriment to me, him as a coach, and like, why are you getting on stage? You had a year to improve. Now you're worse than last year. Don't go embarrass yourself. So
Yeah.
I want to be better than last year. That is my win. I want to see what we have built in the off season. Realistically, this season I'm not going for pro card this year. There's some plans. There's some plans that we'll do next year, but this year is just trial and error and actually having a good on season together with Matt, and going into a prep good.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. Just check quickly for me. Is for some reason the sound just changed on your side? Like it just started cracking for some reason. Is it just speak again?
Yeah, is it better? I don't have my mic say either.
No, I don't know. All of a sudden just started like cracking up completely. Weird. Hold
Maybe
on.
it can be the signal.
Fuck, I don't know. How does my sound sound?
Yeah,
Fine.
you're perfect.
It should be good. Maybe it's fuck, I don't know. Anyways, okay, good, bro. Well, I'm glad.
So
that
we focus on just bringing the best. At the end of the day, dude, that's bodybuilding for you. Like, obviously, you are competitive against other competitors, and but who shows up on the day looking the best will take it. So all I can do is being the best version of Chris that I can be on the day, and hopefully that's the best version of the lineup and overall. So yeah.
100%, bro. Well, fuck. Good luck. Good luck for the rest of the prep, and yeah, I'm keen to see what it looks like. I might actually be up that side for those shows. It all depends on what's going on. But so yeah. Anyways, so tell me what happened on. Well, we all know whatever, but I'm sure you want to speak about it. Get everything up in the air and whatever that happened, and yeah.
So not really. So Goob he's a famous influencer or a guy on Instagram that calls out, they call it fake influencers or whatever. So
Yeah.
the funny thing about this is, I'm having actually a good laugh, is I got ratted out. So I've been there's a lot of things that I've been working on that I believe, and like that I've been blowing up quite nicely. I've got a lot of things going for myself right now, and the watch is on my eye, and I've really been. I don't know if people find it intimidating. So whoever reported me was like, "Fuck, we're gonna report this guy to Goop," and obviously he has. Whoever reported me had to have some sort of influence for this guy to actually acknowledge him or her. Looked at my profile, and yes, dude, I used to Photoshop. There's a few pictures, not all of them, that I used to Photoshop back in the day. I mean, I was so fucking terrible at it that it's so obvious, like a kindergarten kid could have done better. So I used to, I admit to it that I fell shame into body dysmorphia and presenting a perfect image onto social media that wasn't me, and in the touch of losing myself into social media, I lost my authenticity of who I am as a person. And I used to, and I got called out for those pictures. But here's the little plot twist. What happened was I just took full accountability. I'm the type of person right now, when we spoke about it in my podcast as well. Remember when we spoke about karma and
Yeah.
and I just, yes, there's no, why must I go deny it? Like, it's even if I could, I wouldn't. Like, I did, and I just said I'll take this on the chin. And yeah, I put out a public apology, and it literally fucking turned around, dude. I ended up about five people actually bought my programs. I got a reach of 180,000 people on my story, on my page. I've got full Heath liking my posts. I've got merch dropping, and I've got a massive following. So thank you for whoever reported me that you made me. that you
I had a
made
feeling
me,
that would happen. I had a
yeah.
very good feeling that would happen. But who? So I don't know. I don't know this guy. I actually haven't heard of him for some reason. What did you do after that happened? What actually? What was your first reaction when you saw the
I
video?
was like, you. To be honest, I would never. I was actually doing. I was actually doing cardio. And I was just got a notification, and I literally was like, no fucking way. I was like, is this like a joke, or like I didn't really like reconcile what was happening because my phone was blowing up, dude. And I didn't interact because there's no way I can control that, dude. Like, people are influenced, or like, what am I? I believe you can only react to certain ways in which you can control. So I just left my phone. Eventually, I had to like turn off my comments, not because I was afraid, because like my phone was freezing, dude. Like, legit. Like, it was the interaction I got was, I even go to it on it now. Like, it's crazy. So I turned it off, and I sent him a message. I was like, I'll take this on the chin. He's like, I admit to it. Like, you exposed me, is what it is. And then he made a follow-up video on that. He's yeah, actually show it to people. Yeah. So um let's actually go on it, so I can actually, people that don't know, they can actually talk about it. And the fact that I actually talk about this, so yeah, he is 300,000 followers.
Holy fuck!
The mentor, the guy I just did the video on, he sends me a DM and he says, I'll take this one on the chin. I respect that. You guys remember just a short few days ago, I did a Paige Hathaway call-off video because she edits all her photos too, and she went nuts on me. She called me like 15 fucking times. Or when I did Anna Aja, and she had her attorney send me a cease and desist because she didn't like the fact that I called her out for editing and lying. Or this crazy fucker that promotes the Boston Pro Show that threatened to sue me for covering legal documents of lawsuits he's already inside of. Nah, man. This response, editing's really lame. I hope you understand that. I know we understand that. But this is probably the first step into not being a shit-fluent sir.
So, so like, just being me and like taking acknowledgement and things like that, like accountability for it. And I made a post, like, it's on my post. I said to, and I apologized and the reason around it. And dude, I got amazing feedback. I got people in my DMs like, dude, like, you look amazing. Like, why are you editing? You don't need to do it. Like, it's not like, dude, I fucking literally, the edit I did was like, I tapered my waist and I rounded my shoulder caps. Like, it's not like I fucking put myself on somebody, a full his face on his body, or like, something like that. So I was like, you have so much hatred that you actually, and I'm really hard laughing about this because you reported me to have the impact, like, oh fuck, like, this guy's on a uproll and he is, making an influence and he is detrimental to either my business or I don't like him. Or then again, like we spoke about in my podcast as well, is like friends not being happy for you and like jealous. Remember? So exactly this with the impact of like, yes, we're gonna get Chris, nobody's gonna fucking like him, we're gonna banish him, he's gonna delete Instagram. Literally fucking 360 and people from America buying my programs, followers. I've got full youth on my profile liking my photos.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
So,
But look, I guess it could have been the complete opposite, where if you, for instance, if you didn't admit to it, or like you kind of went at him personally, or like whatever, that would have been a big fucking issue.
100%. And that's why he says, even in that video I just showed him, that's what normally people do. And I think the person who responded, like reported me, thought that I will, because the old Chris that would care would have denied it and said, fuck you, and like things like that.
Yeah.
But this was like, cool. This is like, I've changed so much that I've learned. Like, I fucked up, dude. I can accountability. It was wrong of me to edit my photos. There's not really a valid reason around it. I fucked up. I'm sorry. I got called out for it. I took it on the chin, and moving on from it. I still have qualifications to be a conline coach. I still look the part. I'm still competing. I'm still a competitive bodybuilder. And majority of the people that came back was like, yes, dude, you shouldn't edit it, but there's no reason for it because you look great. So I've got a I've got a sideline merch drop upon this that like I'm getting pre-orders in. Like I got actually people following me. Like I said, I got actually that bought my programs. So like you,
What
yeah.
and what was the lesson do you think you learned behind this? Because it is a thing that was like fucking. I don't know how many views that thing got. It was crazy. Like obviously when you first saw it, like obviously a bit taken back by it, and you knew like fuck, I fucked up. But what was the lesson you learned behind this?
So my impression is there's of this morning. It's probably more now. It was 187,000.
That's fucking mad.
Yeah. So that's the thing, dude. At the end of the day, the lesson that it is we all suffer from some sort of, I wouldn't, if you want to call it body dysmorphia or social acceptance that it is. And I at the time especially, I wanted to just portray a perfect image of who I, thank you so much. So it's just got, I wanted to portray something that I wanted to portray a perfect image. I was lost in myself at the time, and I seek out social accountability, not accountability, like when acceptance. And I wasn't happy in my body, which was perfect. Like I've got a body that 1% of the like doesn't would that have like people admire to have a body like, and for me, they're still not accepted. Like I still want to be better. So in this process, I got lost in myself. So two reasons two valuable lessons that I really learned out of this is one, never lose touch of who you are. Be authentic, be real, be who you say you are, and be proud of what you have worked for. Like, be like, that's the one thing. And the second thing is, like, just be real, dude. And another thing is, which I'm really proud of myself, was I wouldn't react it, like I said. And I gave me the thing is, I didn't think like, oh fuck, or like phone the manager, or like, hey dude, like how should I respond to this? Immediately, the first instinct, I didn't think about it, was like, hey dude, I take this on the chin. Is what it is. And I'm made proud of myself because it shows you who I really am as a person and how much I evolved and who I am today. That was my first initial instinct, just to take it and take accountability. So, everybody that's out there is like, social media is a big thing, and a lot of people seek acknowledgement and gratification out of it and acceptance. But just be authentic. Sure. Like at the end of the day, that's what people want to see. People like us that are bodybuilders and stuff goes through the same body dysmorphia and bad up days as they are, and that's a lot more related than than these pedestals they put us on, which is really not. Like, this is hard work. Like, I've got more bad days than good days. So be authentic and just be true to yourself. There's no reason to be fake. So I've learned to think, but it was yeah.
No, 100%. Look, and to be honest with you, like if you responded that way, the other way, you would have lost a lot of respect of people, bro. Like if you, for instance, like started denying it or said, yeah, well, this is how I do business, or it's fine to do this shit. Like, really, obviously, even me, I would have been like, well, what the fuck, you know what I mean? Because we all know that it was like, that it's wrong. But when things like that happen, it's all about the way you took it, the way you take it. So that's fucking power. And look, now as well, you've learned, like you said, you've learned a fucking pretty sick lesson, and it actually went in your favor. So
no, it did.
No complaints.
And that's the thing, dude. People, you need to. Editing will always be there. I wouldn't call it false marketing or false advertising, because I'm still a bodybuilder. I still do it. I still know what I'm doing. But the thing is, companies advertise, and people, they advertise something, and to extend there's all editing and like, like, how do I put this? It's at the end of the day, everybody advertises to a certain extent, but there's a limit. Be who you are. If you look like shit, put it on there and like show your transformation. Don't, yeah, even though it wasn't like big editing, it was still wrong. And I admit to that, and I'm truly sorry for who I disappointed and followers that looked up to me. And it won't happen again. I'm gonna be me, and I'll be open about my successes and my wrongs. And yeah.
Very cool, bro. Very fucking cool. Well, I'm glad that's all sorted, and you're doing your thing. But yeah, bro. Otherwise, what can you tell me? I see that it hasn't stopped you. There's fucking a lot of work been done with the whole coaching thing, now with the merch, the podcast, the whole story. So you're fucking busy man at the moment.
Yeah, dude, we busy, and it's like I said to you, dude. It's like this whole chess thing was just like really it opened my eyes to everything, and like just being like going for it, like if you don't take it by the horns and like go for everything. I've always wanted to do these things. Like the podcast we spoke about why that started. The merch thing, what happened was like I can't find clothes, so why like import another brand from the US, paying like 47%, import fees and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To have clothes, rather just make my own. Like, and I was like, let me do this and like put a. You sure you got GHI yourself? Like put your name behind it and what you stand for is a big thing. Another thing is quality, dude. Like I want like superior quality, because at the end of the day, that's what you're training and that's what you want to stand for. So instead of representing somebody else, I just wanted to, at the end of, pardon, dude. It was at the end of the day, it's really just for myself, and the goal isn't to make money out of it. It's just to like have like-minded people wearing merch and like having comfy lifestyle quality clothing, which I'm sure you got.
Yeah, 100%, bro. And it's far better to support your local, small businesses than fucking import from overseas and shit. If possible. Obviously, look, if you're looking for specific brands or whatever, which I've never been like, I've never understood it really, like, the real like wearing the same shit as everyone else, just it doesn't make any fucking sense to me. But whatever, each to their own. But yeah, bro, that's good, eh? That's good. And who's next on the potty? I'm keen to watch the next one. Who's on next? Do you know?
Right. See, that's another thing is like full victim to this. I've been neglecting it quite a bit. But I think the next one is definitely going to be. I want to have my coach on. This is what's going to happen. Like, I haven't really spoken about it, but there's a few lineups, and he confirmed, so we're definitely going to have him on, and just talking about coaching styles and why is. And I think a lot of people would adhere to this. Is like, why is American bodybuilders so much bigger? Like, what are they doing? Like, or do they have better drugs? Do they have better food? That's the thing. And coaching styles, dude. Like, his approach to coaching is like crazy, dude. Like, you carb up on Pop Tarts and like McDonald's on like on a on a Monday. Like the things that you do is so unheard of in South Africa. To be like, like even at the other show, like Andrew Jack. I wasn't backstage at IBFF, but I was backstage at Andrew Jack. Like, people are like eating fish and cucumber. I'm like, are you actually fucking kidding me? Like, So yes, this coaching styles and like opening doors and showing what the world is about. And yeah, that's the idea. To be honest, I haven't really thought about it. Dude. I've been prep online coaching and merch has been my thing, because right now, obviously, the podcast isn't making money. So money is unfortunately, the first, revenue. And I really want to build my online platform of coaching to a big, degree where I can actually move. The goal is to build it up so I can move out of one-on-one personal training, because I don't have the time for it anymore. And I can just also focus on my career as a bodybuilder and my ventures of building my brand, rather than just like, not wasting, but like I don't have time for 5-6 hours in a gym anymore.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure, bro. And look, I mean, if you think about what you can actually do, if you actually had to sit down and think about the time, what you could do with that time, I mean, it's big, it's huge. But I mean, it's to get there. That's the first thing.
Look, I think I'm going very well, so that's the thing.
Yeah.
And especially like this, like I want my reach to go international. I don't want to be small-minded and think like, I just want to, but my target market isn't South Africa. Like it's really not. It's not athletes either. It's really like lifestyle people. So changing lives, and that's my thing. Like obviously I need to put bread on the table, so I need to charge, but I want to change mine. So that's the whole thing, and I really want to create and establish a community around it. So we're building. Rome wasn't built in a day, but we are definitely building towards it, and it's on the up spiral. It does require work, dude. It's daily stuff.
100%, bro. 100%. It's doing the same shit every single day and not missing a day. That's the most important thing. But yeah, bro. Well, look, well done. I'm glad it's going well, and yeah, bro. Let's have another one soon as well with a bit closer to your show. We can chat about what you guys are doing and what's changed and all that stuff. I think a lot of just from previous watching the views on previous videos and stuff, it seems like people really enjoy hearing like what you actually doing during prep, even though they probably might not use it. And it's all person dependent, but it seems like people enjoy that shit a lot, so we can maybe do one of those closer to the time.
Definitely, because like this easier thing is like prep is doing the same shit every day at the same time. Like it's literally like, and that's the thing. There's no secret pill or like secret recipe. It's like being adherent to waking up at 5, doing your cardio, eating at 6, eating at 8, like getting your shit done and doing it daily.
100%.
So that's the thing. Is prep is. People think, and this is the whole thing, people think prep is where it's made. Like prep is not like your off seasons. When I didn't have a good off season, I was emotionally troubled in a lot of instances and still finding myself. And I had some shit that went down that I had to deal with. But it's not an excuse, and I wish I had a better off season because I would have built better. But like off seasons where the shit is made, and like prep is easy. Like, dude, prep is really easy. Like to diet isn't hard. Like it's hard if you go to the extremes that we do. Like even dropping my carbs to what we are at. Like, but that is it's not stuffing your face with 10,000 calories is a lot harder. Trust me.
Yeah.
This is, and like training hard, because we're not training till failure right now. We're actually just keeping it. So there, it's like off season is where everything is growth. So if people really want to tune in, that's what they need to really take goals into, take pressure into.
100%.
But yeah,
100%, bro. But I mean, look, you're right. It's I actually never really understood the whole thing about it. Yeah, like this misconception that it's like all about prep. It's like actually got fuck all to do with prep.
Nothing. People think off season is this off time that you have. It's fucking not. Like, you're a bodybuilder. Do you want to be a successful bodybuilder, or you want to be like somebody that competes? If you're just somebody that competes, and fuck off. Just gym, like, do whatever. But if you actually want to compete and do damage, you need to take this shit seriously. It's a job. Like, my job is to eat. Like, you're like, oh, I don't feel like eating. Well, you don't feel like fucking going to work. Eat. Like, it's your job. Like, that's what bodybuilding takes seriously. Like, it's not a off-season cool, now I can go out and party and drink. Like, this is not, like, bodybuilding is really a daily thing. Like I say, this bodybuilding is made out, it's a sprint day, it's a marathon made out of daily sprints. So everything, it's an entire lifestyle, dude. You'll be surprised, and I think people will be surprised if you actually take every day seriously. If you're off season, on season, like, adhere to it. If people had to work just as hard as they worked in the on season and the off season, you'll be so much better. And 100%. I do it as well. So there's a lot of things because it's not like okay, now I'm like 10 weeks out, so fuck, I can't do this. Then you're like, okay, cool. I can have a cookie. Yes, you can probably have a cookie, but you still need to go train and you still need to like adhere to your diet. It's not like, and people who dirty bulk, like, dude, like, how are you gonna dirty bulk? Like, you're just gonna put yourself in a bigger detriment. It's like 500. Like, I was eating 500 grams of rice, like 200 grams of chicken, like 7 days. That's what you eat. Like, still chicken and rice. Like, bread doesn't change anything. Like, and I think if people just took off season more seriously, they'll see the better results.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, also, like you said, if you stay relatively in shape in your off season, the prep becomes a lot easier. But getting fat and and ugly in the
That's
off
what
season is
I,
never the cure.
but I always say this: you like, if you don't need a science, you don't. It's not rocket science to understand. If I give you a bowl of chicken and rice and a pizza, what do you think is more nutritional for you? What do you think your body is going to feed on? What
Yeah,
do you
no,
think
for
would
sure.
be better? Like, oh, you're a dirty bulk. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, and also there was very few like top guys that did that type of dirty bulk, whatever. And look, it worked for them, but with also you also run into the health thing. The health thing's the most important. It's fucking unhealthy to get that out of shape.
Dude,
Just
like,
extra weight that you don't need. To be carrying around for
like my
extended
heaviest, I
periods
think
of
I was
time.
100. I was fat, dude. I was actually sure, yeah. 120 kgs, like, it's a lot to fucking. If you're fat, like, it's hard on you, dude, to carry it around. Like, actually, I had this conversation with Angelique the other day. Like, when we met, I was like super off season, dude, and I was like walking up the stairs, and I was like breathing. It was
Yeah,
just
see, that's the
you really need to take health in consideration as well, and do it. It's it's a long term thing. It's a lifestyle. You're not going to be a bodybuilder overnight.
yeah for sure. No, 100%. But yeah, fuck. Anyways, good luck for the show, bro. Good luck for the next 10 weeks. But I'll speak to you in the interim, and I might see you soon. We'll chat about the whole 16th of September.
Is that the date, eh? 16th of September.
I think so. But anyways, we'll chat about it over WhatsApp, and we'll get that sorted and see
Yeah,
what
but
we can do.
look, definitely. Like, if you want to touch base on, also quick on, IBFF, the show. Like, there's some good athletes, dude. I think it's going to be a cool, very very cool show. It's gonna be adherence, and I can say this on this. Like, I'll compete next year, IBFF, dude, for sure. I spoke to Alan and stuff like that. I actually wanted to compete in this show now, the All Africa Cup.
Yeah.
But I'm just pushing myself to be ready in 4 weeks. I can probably, but it's not. It's now you're pushing. It's just not going to work out. So
Yeah.
that's the goal. And yeah, dude, they are. Yeah, they're really an upcoming federation, especially in South Africa. The only problem is, and especially with you, if you have to consider the two federations, like, obviously NPC is where you want to be, and that's the Olympia and the cream of the crop. But dude, there's no pro show in South Africa. So let's say people think if you turn pro, you're like, oh, this magical door, like, I'm pro now. Like, no, like, it's just you're at the bottom of the food chain again. Like, you still need.
Yeah.
So now you go do a pro show. There's no pro shows in South Africa.
Yeah.
So what does it really cost you to go compete overseas and like do an ABC show, and like then you're at the bottom of the food chain? Like, no disrespect, but like, we've got two pros that just competed in the Texas, and they looked fucking phenomenal, dude. They will smoke anybody in South Africa,
Yeah,
but
they
they
did.
didn't even
Fuck.
place. They didn't even place that side.
Yeah.
So like, if you think about it, like, realistically and like financially, and like really like actually like think about it, it's great, dude. You're IFBB pro, but you really need some good funding. You need some good backing, and also takes us back to the conversation that we had on our very first podcast, on your podcast, is sponsorships. If you're in America and you have a sponsorship that pays for everything, your flight tickets, and you to be a bodybuilder, by all means. But dude, you
Yeah.
don't.
Makes
It's
it
not
a
like
lot
you turn
easier.
pro now you earn like a year, like a month, like so yeah, if you got a good financial backing, by all means, then you can actually go compete overseas and you can do the best of the best. But if you don't, you can get a pro card and then what are you gonna do? So
Oh, I mean, for sure. If all you had to do all day, every day is be a
and that's what
bodybuilder,
you
it
do.
does make a
If
big
you want to
difference.
be a
You don't have a
professional
9 to 5.
bodybuilder, if you want to be a professional bodybuilder that actually makes a good income and actually make waves, that's what you need to do. You need to sleep, eat, and train. Like, you can't fucking work a 9 to 5.
Yeah, no, for sure. But on the upside, we're getting there. There's more pros. Guys are competing overseas. They're looking phenomenal. We'll get there at
That's
some
what I'm saying.
stage. So
I'm saying, but there's 2 out of our pros.
yeah, no, for sure, for
So
sure.
Yuri and Tristan. So it's 2 out of all of our pros is actually going there and competing. And like I said, like at both of them, mad respect. They look amazing, and I'm actually good friends with both of them. And I spoke to them, and they're like, dude, it's insane. So can you imagine how many you need to? Like I said, you're in the bottom of the food chain. So what's going to happen is you have to compete competitively, compete overseas and things like that, which adds as a financial. It's financially good. So for me, I don't know, dude. I'm still young, so I
Yeah,
just
no,
don't
for
have
sure.
I wanted to to give you an idea. I really wanted to do the amateur Olympia. So my dream was always to go watch the Olympia and compete. So the amateur Olympia is a week before. Dude, we worked it out. It's going to cost me. I was going to go down for 2 weeks, 15 days. It was gonna cost me 200K.
Jesus,
Yeah,
200K.
yeah, dude. I mean, your flight tickets alone is 50K. Because people, you don't need to, you need to look at flight tickets there, accommodation, okay? Then it's your visa the visa, the shit that you need to pay is like 7K, okay? So that's only that. Then travel that side, okay? So you need to Uber on it. Everything is in dollars, dude. It's not like fucking 40 Rand to Uber. Like it's like 18 Rand for $1.
Yeah.
So you need to look at that. You need to look at, food, that side. You need to look at the gym, where you're going to train. You're going to have to pay like day passes. You're spending money, what you're going to go there and like really like not, you're going to have that experience and sit in your hotel room because you don't have enough money to go anywhere. So financially, it is really a big thing, dude. And then from there is, what if you, what if you don't place? Like, you go there, yes, but like you get experience, yeah. Like people say,
Yeah,
yeah,
no, for
go
sure.
experience, but like, you want to win. So in my mindset right now is I just want to be so fucking good that I can go and that I'll undeniably make top 3. So that's the goal that you do go. Look, I can afford it and probably do it, but at the end of the day, what other costs? You need to think of things like how can I actually do spend that money? So there's a lot of things that goes into it, dude, especially in competing. So it's really expensive sport. Um, but yeah, not going off track, but that's just what I'm
No,
trying to
no, it's not really. Look, it's a
with
tough thing. See, the thing is, if all that stuff is funded for you, it's a different story. All you do is concentrate on being a bodybuilder and showing up on the day. That's all you have to worry about. But working a 9 to 5, doing all of this stuff, like it's not that it's impossible. I mean, there's fucking guys that are doing it. We busy like O's are doing it, which is awesome. But yeah, we've got a long way to go, and but we'll get there. I think I'm positive we'll get. There's a little bit more people talking about it. There's more companies, more supplement companies, this and that have opened up and stuff. So
it really does makes me happy because the community is growing. Like even going to every show, it's packed. Like Fine House was packed, dude.
yeah,
So you can see it's this little community that's sticking together, and I feel like people are a lot more encouraging of each other rather than what it used to be. I'm sure like it used to be very detrimental and breaking down of each other. Like the bodybuilding community was very toxic at a stage. Um,
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't,
yeah. I get you. Yeah,
I don't know if you remember lockdown when Albert, also like made that "Who's your worst influence?" Like, you remember that shit?
I actually don't, to be honest with you. No.
Fuck, dude. So basically, just it was long ago. Like lockdown happened, and everybody was very, like detrimental and stuff like that. And he made a post instead of, everybody saying who's your favorite, fitness person in the industry. He turned around and saying, "No, who do you hate the most and why?" And scandals came out, and fuck, I was as normal, like top of the food chain. um, yeah, and it became very toxic. Like, I mean, the bodybuilding industry was very toxic. Like it was. I mean, I was at a show. I'll give you an idea where the girls stole the other girls' bikinis because you can't go on stage and like saying, "Ah, that Lyle guy, like like fuck him, he's an idiot." Just example. But
No, no, many times.
it was very, very toxic, and it wasn't good. Like people were jealous and envious, and it brought out ugly sides of people. And I think it really has been turning around over the course of years of like encouraging and standing together as a community, which I'm very thrilled about as has been growing, in the industry worldwide rather than.
Yeah, no, no, definitely. And I think you'd also find before that, like I think the COVID thing, whatever, a lot of people were fucking miserable and shit. But before that, like if you go probably back a decade into, not a decade, but yeah, probably about a decade back into South African bodybuilding, it's probably worse. Everyone's just like trying to be the fucking main dog, and everyone wants to be big dick and whatever. I actually kind of remember that as well. But you're right. Also, the thing is, it's the power of social media as well. Everyone in the thing knows each other. Where before you wouldn't know fucking everyone. Now everyone knows each other. Everyone DMs each other. Everyone's message each other, posts of each other, shit like that. So that's the one of the good things about social media. So
For sure, and it's a lot more accessible and things. So that's why I said it's a very, very valuable lesson for everybody else is mind your own business. Like it's this thing, like it's really a thing because what I'm trying to say is, but if people are just do you, all do focus on be the best version of you. Stop like focusing on what other people are doing and being detrimental towards their success or their not even success or their downward spiral, upward spiral. Like if somebody is going through a bad rabbit hole, don't fucking go on social media and say, yeah, but Bob is going this and yeah, he cheated on his wife. Like fuck, like don't. Like, why do you involve
yeah,
yourself?
but
And also, but now I'm using it for example. Like just leave me alone. Like let me be. Like just be like, yo, Chris, can you believe it? He's successful, or like he's actually making sense. I went through the most shit in my life. I also deserve an up as well, and I'm working hard for it. Like this group thing fucking backfired for you.
yeah.
Like you try to literally expose me on a world platform that I acknowledged. Like I fucked up. I am human. Like it happened. Like yes, what do you think was gonna happen? Like people are gonna be like, "Fuck Chris," and not like start buying your. Like I don't know who this is. I don't really care. I can ask him who it is. I can really go into it, but I don't
You
give a
should.
shit because
You should ask it. I want to fucking
I've
know.
got better things to do with my life than fucking will I hate on somebody. At the end of the day, like I said to you in my podcast with you, I was like, dude, if Lyle's doing good, I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm so proud of you. Even if I hate you, I'll be like, yeah, that Lyle, I fucking hate him, but yes, he's a good fucking businessman, eh? Like, I'm not gonna go now and
Yeah.
phone for example, your employer and be like, well, I just want to tell you, in 2015, Lyle cheated on his girlfriend. Like, fuck, like.
The thing is, people don't have fucking anything better to do than themselves. But also, most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time,
Most of the
it
time,
doesn't
but
come from above,
for example, because now the shit backfired on you, on the person that reported me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. Yeah,
So
100%.
if at the end of the day, I'm glad it happened because, like I say, dude, I've got full East liking my posts. Like,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
8-time Mr. Olympia knows who I am.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Like if it wasn't for you reporting me, good, there's no such thing as bad publicity. And I had a good conversation with Tristan. We're very good friends, Tristan Murray. I said to him, was like, fuck, dude. And he said to me, he's like, dude, there's no such thing in bad publicity, watch. And my just felt like this. And I admitted to it. And yeah, dude, like there's some people that are obviously, and I got like bad things, dude. Like I've got thick skin. Like I got messages like you should kill yourself, and so there's a big thing. Like people don't. I've got thick skin. I don't give a fuck. So I couldn't
Yeah.
really care about these comments or what anybody thinks of me because I know who I am and the people around me knows who I am. And I think this was also portrayed to the public and with masses, so which was great. But people. What if you like really depressed and people tell you to go kill yourself? Like social media is so powerful, dude. Like, I mean, I went viral in a matter of 15 minutes.
Yeah, no, the power of social media is fucking, it's unmatched.
So
Absolutely unmatched.
so bullying really comes into play. So if you don't have thick skin, like I can really see how people fall victim to this, dude. Like I literally, Lala, I had to put my comments on my phone was freezing. Like it was literally like, that's how thing. So and it was hate. Everything was hate, dude. It was like fucking 500 comments of hate. So I was just like, is what it is. I deserve this because I did it. So like, what was I thinking happened? Like when I did it, I never was stupid, dude. I never thought like what will happen. I was just like, let me try this, let me do this. It was an idiot move, and I suffer the consequences. I owned up to it, and that's the thing. And now the true version of me, the authentic version, was shown, and it, like I said, it kind of like backfired. So
Yeah, I understand. People
I
like it
literally,
first.
I literally made money because people bought my shirt. I literally got followers. I literally got things. So thank you.
Well, it's ended there. Well, yeah, thanks to. I actually want to find out who the person was because they probably feel like a bit of an. But look, like you said, you look at the positive, eh?
But I'm not gonna. I've got a few ideas, but dude, I don't care, dude. I honestly do not care. Like we spoke about it. Like if you are, people are gonna hate you. Like people are gonna be jealous, and people are gonna like wish ill on you. And if that is the case, I feel sorry for you. If you as a person really want to wish ill on somebody else because it's competition, imagine how scared you are of me that I'm actually competition for you. That you actually go to this extent.
Yeah, no, for
Rather
sure.
be so confident in yourself, be like, Chris is coming up, but I'm better. I don't know what they were thinking, but and I couldn't even care, dude. I could not care about them going, like finding out who it was. That they felt the need to do it in that presence. They felt the need to expose me, and that if that made them feel better, good for you, dude. Like that's what you felt you needed to do, and that's on you.
Yeah, but that person is probably seeing all this. Will see all this shit now, and probably even watch this podcast. Oh, he definitely will watch this podcast, and feel like a bit of a chop. But look, to be honest with you, like you said, it was good that it happened. Actually,
Yeah.
you know what I mean,
Literally.
for multiple reasons. So we're fucking power. Anyway, we just concentrate on your prep, fucking smash it, and that's it. I'll see you
Yeah.
soon, hopefully.
Tunnel vision. Yeah, let me know. We'll chat, and then let me know when you're coming down. I do want to set that other thing up that we spoke about. I think that'll be very
Yeah,
cool.
very cool.
Which we'll announce sooner or later. But yeah, dude, always a pleasure to being on your podcast, and I appreciate it. And yeah, dude, also because you were one of the first people that messaged me when this shit happened, and you're like, hey, dude, I got your back. I know you are. So yeah, dude, I want to thank you for that.
Of course, bro. Of course. Like, the thing is, I understand these type of things, and I understand like the person and why it happened and stuff. So I was just like, of course, like I know that you're not a fucking bad oak. You know what I mean? If you would do it, it would be a different story. I wouldn't have fucking sent a message to you. I'd have been like,
But if I
well,
was a
he gets what he deserves.
that's the thing. If I was, well, I would have denied it and told him he must, go fuck himself and he's this. But I didn't. I took it like a man, dude. I did it. I fucked up. We learned from it.
100%, bro. But yeah,
Awesome.
cool. We'll set that thing up and I'll talk to you on WhatsApp.
Perfect. Much love.
Thanks again for coming, brother.
Cheers, brother. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye bye.